Wins against Man U and Leicester keep our top 4 hopes alive. It all comes down to this final episode to see if we can secure a spot in next year's Champions League. Hey, welcome back everyone. If you've been enjoying this, feel free to subscribe and stay up to date. We'll have a new season coming after this. But we get straight to our remaining 3 games. It's Everton up next. And a huge blow as our big substitute Hudson-Odoi is out for the season. We're going to have to make do without him. Hopefully it won't be an issue. We got to focus on this game though. Every point counts at this stage. We could still easily blow this. Leicester and Arsenal knocking on the door. Here we are. We had a tough time against Everton last time we played each other. Let's do better out here though. Everton putting a lot of pressure on us. This could be a tough game, headed wide. Chance opening up now. Souza coming in from the wing. It's lofted up. Diving header at it, but it's cleared. Mangala settles. Sargent has a go. Wide of the post. He did well to spin and get the shot off, though. Hernandez cutting inside. Great reverse pass. Patterson now lays it off. Back to Hernandez. Has a go from distance. Great save from Pickford to keep that out. And now Everton looking dangerous at the other end. Flicked up and shot by Sigurdsson, but it's wide. We're defending deep here, trying to prevent a shot. Richarlison has a go! I thought that was in. So close. Hernandez on the break now. Charging upfield, puts an early ball in. Sargent rises up to it. He doesn't get the accuracy though. I think he had the goalie beat, but just couldn't keep it on target. Everton, Richarlison breaking his way through. It's a shot. Oxborough, strong wrists to keep that out. I am out of words for our goalie. He's been outstanding. And it looks like it's pulled back for a free kick. This could be a really dangerous position. Steps over the kick. It has a go. Richarlison unable to keep that shot down. Still Everton now. A through ball, but it's full time. The whistle blows. 0-0, a pretty uneventful draw. We get a win out of it, but that's not enough to secure us a spot just yet. Bit of a disappointing tie. We're still in okay shape as of now, but we need a win in one of our next 2 games, I think. Some of the results are going to depend on how the other teams hold up, though. It's going to be really challenging. Liverpool and Man City, both of our next opponents. We need some points out of these last games, and it's not going to be easy, especially with Liverpool pushing for the league title against Tottenham. Alright, big games coming up next, and we need to perform well. Only 2 games left for us. A couple teams have games in hand, and it's Liverpool against us next. A win for them would see them jump ahead of Tottenham and take over first place, so I know they're going to give us a hard time. We need to be up for it. I'm doing a little bit of scouting ahead of our next summer transfer window. Here's the positions I'm looking at. We could use a goalkeeper for backup with Krul leaving, a right back because we don't have anyone right now to substitute in for Aarons. I think Pukki's going to leave us in the summer, so we need someone to be a center forward or attacking mid for us. We also could use a right midfielder. I think that's probably high up on our list. Souza's been okay, but we have no depth and we could improve there. And possibly an attacker. That sort of depends on who else we sign. Sargent's doing great, but if I want him as a center forward, we might need to sign someone as a backup for Patterson. We'll see how that pans out. I think we're going to have a bunch of players leaving in this upcoming window. Klose, Love, Pukki, some of our older players. It's also going to depend on if Hernandez accepts a squad role or not. I don't really see him starting moving forward for that much longer. Would like to have him in the team though if he's willing to be a substitute. But like I said, that'll come at a later date. We can worry more about transfers as they come. Right now, we gotta focus against Liverpool and get a big result here. And yet another tough game for us at the end of the season. It's been a brutal stretch, but we've been up for it so far, still in 3rd place. It's ours to lose at this point. Liverpool have the ball to start, and let's get out there and get a result. A lot of pressure on us early. Liverpool really looking for a win. Shot from distance. Oxborough sees it wide. Great save. It's been all Liverpool. Cross into the box. A volley from distance. Great catch. Terrible pass there. It's Immobile on it now. Has a shot from distance. Soars over the bar. Liverpool plays this one short. They've looked so dangerous in the opening minutes. Chamberlain lays it off. Another shot from distance. Oxborough once again. Struggling to win the ball back now. It's Teixeira. Shot blocked. Flick down cleverly. It's a go. Oxborough, really acrobatic save, and he catches it. It's Kent. Back up, Henderson. Mo Salah flicks it on. Immobile! In the back of the net, Liverpool opens the scoring. Oh, it's heartbreaking for our side, but you can't say it wasn't deserved. It's been all Liverpool. And Robertson now, early ball in. It's cleared, really poor though. Henderson has a go! 2-0, they go ahead. This game is starting to look out of our reach. We're just unable to get ourselves into the game at all. They're pressing high and completely shutting us out. What a strike from their captain to put them 2 ahead. Maybe a chance from a corner now. Not that much time left. It's flicked on. It's Fossum in the back of the net. 2-1, but it might be too little too late for this team. Let's see. Liverpool off the kickoff. Holding possession, and they see the game out. 2-1. We did not perform very well out there. Liverpool gave it their all, and they are pushing for the league. The difference in quality really showed out there tonight. We had them beaten in the league for a little bit, but in these head-to-head matchups, it's just clear that they're the better team. I'm hoping this doesn't decide anything for us, though. Let's see how the other games went elsewhere. I think we should still be able to hang on to our spot. And guys, we have done it. 1 game remaining, and it's officially out of reach. Manchester United and Arsenal unable to catch us at this point. We're making the Champions League next season, and what a dream year it's been for us. The squad is on a high note right now. Godfrey happy with the minutes he's been getting in the team. Each and every player has contributed so much this year. I genuinely never thought this would be possible when I started Season 3. I was planning on having a few seasons to build the team up. I did not think we were ready to be this far up the table this late in the season. But we just kept winning games. A lot of them were really close, 1-0 wins. But hey, they still count, don't they? Whew, I hope you all have enjoyed this as much as I have. I am so happy right now. I'm going to give minutes to some of the players who might be leaving since this game doesn't matter too much for us. And I've actually included a couple youth players on the bench too we might want to see from. And let's get to the final game. Here we are against Man City, our Champions League spot no longer in threat. What a season this has been. Manchester City gonna give us a tough time out here tonight though. They still can find themselves in the Champions League if they get a better result than Manchester United. City, some cutting balls inside. Krul gets down to make the save. Swung in from a corner now. We gotta get this clear. Barely dealt with. Shot from the top of the box and it's over. That was really close from Sterling. Patterson, great hold-up play. He finds Souza. Early ball in. Pukki running onto it. It's cleared. And Sane with it. Great through ball now. Can we cover? It's Garcia back. Sterling has a go. Sent out wide. Terrible pass from the back, though. Hernandez, we might be able to capitalize. It's sent through. Patterson, great through ball, and he finishes! 1-0. It's our star striker once again getting on the score sheet. Some shocking play from City at the back. You would not expect that from players of their caliber, but we capitalize on it. Great pass to find Patterson running through, and he does really well to finish that as well. Off the post and in. He's led the line for us so well this season. I thought we'd need a new striker, but he really stepped up to the challenge. City looking to equalize now. De Bruyne from distance. That was a laser, but Krul kept it out. Real strong hand to tip that over the bar. Look at the power he generated on that. Incredible shot. Breaking on the other end now. City's defense in shambles. Pukki centers that. Leitner goes for the chip and it's over. A little too much flair on the finish there, but he was feeling confident, thought he could go for it. Good technique, and it really wasn't that far off, but it does go over the bar. De Bruyne with it, but it's one back. City not looking too great in possession. It's cleared long, and we see the game out. Another close call, 1-0 win. It was a game with pretty much no stakes for us, but the crowd goes wild. The final game of the season, and we are in the Champions League next year. And that win for us sees City fall out of contention for a spot as well. It'll be Manchester United who gets that 4th place position. Things got so tight at the end of the season. Really came down to the wire for a bunch of teams, and I'm glad we saw it out. A real underdog story. We don't have the best squad on paper out there, but we play really well as a team. And as long as we can keep this up and continue to build, I think we could have a legacy in the Premier League. Alright, we ended the season on a high note, 67 points. Who would have thought at the beginning of the year? Not super high scoring for anyone though, it was tight at the top of the table until the very end. It's Liverpool who comes away in first place over Spurs. They won it last season, so it's nice to see a little bit of rotation at the top. And who would have thought us in 3rd place? Chelsea actually sneaking into 4th. I thought it was Manchester United, but it's the Blues who have done it. Happy to see them up there. Both Manchester teams right outside. Arsenal in 7th place. Some of these teams picking up towards the end of the season. It's a little less crazy than at the start. West Ham, Bournemouth, and Stoke City, the teams to go down. Some big names in there, really. West Ham had a great team. Bournemouth not bad either. It's going to be interesting to see how they fare. And let's take a look at some of the other league tables as well. I want to see who's getting promoted this season as well. I haven't checked it all yet. From the Championship, it'll be Southampton, Huddersfield, and West Brom coming back up. 3 pretty big sides, actually. I think they'll all do pretty well. It's going to be tough next season. I'm not sure who will be favored to go down at that point. And let's take a look at how our season finished. Patterson, 2nd on the top scoring list. 17 goals, but he's blown out of the water by Kane, who hits 27. What an outstanding player he is. None of our other players scoring too many, though. In terms of assists, it's actually Hernandez, 3rd place, getting pretty high up there. And Souza as well in 6th. Our wingers just chipping in with a lot. Mostly headers to Patterson, who finishes them off. In terms of clean sheets, it's Aston Oxborough. We held a lot of clean sheets this season. The best defense in the league, I think. Or we're at least up there. We were towards the tail end. And let's take a look at some of our players now. Here's how we finished the season. In terms of pure appearances, Lovin up there with 46. He's just a mainstay at center back. I don't know what we'd do without him. I think a lot of our success is due to his work. Patterson obviously leading the line from the front. 44 games and 17 goals. Not bad at all. Max Aarons pretty much played every league game on the right-hand side except for 1 or 2. He's been so great. I'm really happy to have a player of his caliber in our team, and he's still only 21 years of age. Teemu Pukki, not quite the player he was a season or 2 ago, but he's still playing pretty well. We might have to ship him on in the summer to get some new people in. He's getting a little up there and starting to decline, but he was very important in our season, played a ton of games, and really helped tie things together up top. He's been important to us from day one, and I'm glad we could see him out in that final game of the season. And the goalkeeper, Aston Oxborough, he had a breakout year, overtaking Krul completely. He did so well, despite the not that great ratings the game gives him. I think he might have been our player of the season. He came up with huge saves in nearly every game. Things would have looked completely different if some of those 1-0 wins we had were blown. And let's take a look at the way the team is actually lining up. I'll discuss what I think we're going to do for next season and where we can improve. We'll start with Patterson up top. Obviously, he's not going anywhere. He had a great year, and I think he can continue to build. 80 overall, and look at those physicals. Just a real powerhouse of a player. He's so great in the air. 94 jumping, and he just buries all the chances he gets. Could use a little more work technically, maybe. He's only 26, though. Got a lot of good traits, and like I said, he's always there when we need him. What an important player. Pukki's been so great for us. He did really well this season. Tailed off a little bit towards the end. I think Sargent was the better player in that center forward position, probably. Happy for all that he's provided us, but I think for next season, Sargent's going to take it. Or we might make a new signing and move people around. I'm not sure yet. Hudson-Odoi on the wing. He's really highly rated. Obviously a great talent, but he just always lacks that final ball. Never really broke into the first team as a starter. It was Hernandez most of the season who impressed the most. He led the team in assists. He's just one of our most consistent players, constantly getting in behind and causing the opposition trouble. So dynamic, and if he'll accept a more squad role for next season, I think Middleton might be in contention for a starting position. I'll try to negotiate with him a little bit. I'd like to keep him around in our team if possible. If not, we might cash in at this point because Middleton's starting to grow a lot, and I don't want to lose a talent like him out if he gets upset. You can see they're actually not that far off, pretty comparable players. I think Hernandez makes smarter runs, but Middleton's obviously a talent. He chipped in with some important assists and goals when he was given the opportunity. I think he deserves it at this point. And Sousa's really our only right mid. Buendia barely featured. I just don't like him in this side. I tried to play him as an attacking mid, but he just never impressed. I think he'll fit in with the right system, but he's just not right for this team. I tried to make it work on several occasions. I think we'll probably end up selling Buendia in the summer. Sousa's going to hold down this spot. We might look to make a new signing too. I think he did really well at right mid, but we could use some competition. And in terms of areas to improve, I think we could get a big signing in there. Our midfield was outstanding. Leitner, our new club captain, how great was he? Becoming a big goal threat towards the end of the season. And Mangala, he holds the whole team together, fantastic in possession, and he plays well all over the field. In terms of how we line up next year, Leitner's a great player, so is Fossum though. We need a lot of rotation for next season though, and there will be plenty of opportunity for everyone to play with the Cup games and the Champions League group stage matches for us. I think Fossum the better player on paper, but we'll have our captain in whenever possible. Leave a comment with who you'd like to see as our vice captain for the instances when Leitner won't play. Our fullbacks have been great too. Mitchell was outstanding this season. He's another one. He's only rated 73 overall, but he played so much better than that. Completely locked down the left-hand side. He's great offensively as well. Having him and Aarons bomb up both sides is so valuable for the team. Klose was a great center back for us, but I think we found a good pairing with Lovin on that right and Garcia on the left. He's grown a lot this year. One of the better ball-playing center backs in the league. Really great passing range. But honestly, I think Godfrey's a good shout to take over that starting center back spot. He's grown a lot over the season, kind of quietly. He didn't get a lot of minutes until the very end. He's actually a much better defender than Garcia at this point, though, and he's well-rounded. We'll have to see which one of them impresses the most, though. Tim Krul's going to be leaving in the summer, so we're going to have to sign a backup there. Vagnoman, a great substitute at left back. He's only 20 and a lot of room to grow. I think Mitchell's got it locked down for now, but he is a great backup player to have. Really fast on the ball, and he prevents chances from coming in. He'll only get better and with a lot of opportunities to play. I'm hoping he accelerates that. We already discussed Leitner on the bench. Our captain, he's played really well all season. And one of my favorites, Davide Rizzo, he didn't feature a ton this season because we were really in contention for Champions League and I didn't want to take a gamble on a younger player. But he's developing into a real young world beater. Don't let his overall fool you. I think he's much better in that defensive mid position. With all of those defensive stats really high, it doesn't take it into account because he's listed as a center forward. But honestly, I think he's up there talent-wise with any of the other midfielders we got at this stage. He's only 19 years old. He is going to be such a special player, given a little more time. I'll just let him continue to grow, but I think he's going to get chances. And now we have Buendia, just never able to impress in this team. He's very good technically, and just not a bad player at all, but always overshown by those around him. I think he'll be sold. Hernandez taking that last spot on the bench, and like we said, Pukki probably moving on in the summer. He's 31. Looking for regular game time, and I just don't think we can promise that to him anymore. He's starting to slow down a little bit and just isn't the player he was when we started this career. But that doesn't mean we've forgotten all he did for this team. It's largely due to him that we got promotion right away, and he did well last season to keep the team together in times of need as well. So actually, the striker we picked up earlier, Obiero, he's only 67, but if you look at his stats, he's a really bright talent. Outstanding dribbling and very fast on the ball. If he can continue to develop a little bit, he just needs to polish off his finishing and some of the passing. He's only 20. I have no idea what this guy's potential is because we just picked him up from the free agents, but he looks to be a real good talent for the future. If he can grow a little bit, I don't see why he can't get some game time in the Cups this season. He can maybe be backup for when we need a striker as well. And Love, moving on in the summer. He was a great signing and really helped us stay alive last year, but it's just time to see him out the door. And that's pretty much it for those that I see in the team next year. We got a bunch of youth players kind of waiting around, but I'd just prefer to loan them out. Next up on our to-do list is to transfer list some of the players that we want out. I just don't see Buendia playing for us anymore. It's kind of a shame because I liked him in that first season, but he just never fit the bill. Pukki as well, if we were able to move him on. Sad to see him go, but I just think it's time for us to grow. And I'm going to see if Hernandez will accept a squad role. If he's happy to sit on the bench a little bit, I'd love to have him as depth, but otherwise we'll move him on. Gonna offer rotation. Let's see what they say. And they'll take it. I'm so glad to hear that. One of my favorite players in the team. And honestly, I'm just gonna give him whatever wage he wants. Doesn't matter too much to me. Just happy to have the guy around. And that's a bright start for next season. Things are looking good already. The deal is done and we got our man for another 2 years. Transfer offer has come in for Buendia. Not a ton of money, but we also got an offer for Pukki. Let's try and negotiate and get a little more out of it. Might be able to get around 5.5 million. And they'll take it. Easy enough negotiations. 13.8 million to spend next season. Couple more sales and I think we're going to be in good shape. I've got a couple players actually who are available on a free contract for next season. We would just need to make their signature. Neil Etheridge, the goalkeeper. I might actually try to grab him. He could be our cup goalie. With Krul leaving, he's a real good talent. They're looking for an important role, though. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and accept. If he's really unhappy, we can just move him on. I'm going to give him all of our cup minutes, though. It'll be nice, just in case of injury, to have a great backup goalie. 76 overall, and I think he fits that bill for sure. Obviously, no transfer fee needed there, which is great for us. And going back to that offer for Buendia, I think we can safely get 10 million. I'm going to send that offer. And there you have it. We are getting deals done early. Another 10 million brings us up to 23.8. That'll be huge to build our squad for the Champions League next season. Here's some of the players I've got shortlisted. A couple of these are getting moved on in the summer. Their contracts are running out. The standout one here is Manu Garcia of City. Apparently they don't want to re-sign him. His contract up in 2 months. I'm going to go ahead and put an offer, and he's exactly what we need for that attacking mid role. I really had an eye on Madison as well, but if we want to get him, we're going to have to splash a lot of money. He looks to be worth 20 to 30 million. I don't even know if we'll be able to afford him. Got a couple others on here as well. I think Izzy Brown from Leeds is also up on a free, but he's nowhere near the quality of these other players. So for now, I don't really want to pass up a chance this good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put an offer in for Garcia. He'll be the second Garcia we've bought from City if this deal goes through. But hey, we finished in third. We're definitely a more alluring club these days. And if City doesn't want him, I think we'll take him. Offering the player a crucial squad role. I think he'd be one of the best in our team. Still young with a lot of room to grow. He could be special. Go ahead and accept that, and let's get down to the details. Want to keep him on board for 4 years, and they are happy to accommodate that. And I'm having trouble negotiating the price here. I don't know what happened to all of our wages, but it goes through for about 65 million a week and some bonuses. We got it down from what they originally wanted, but it's a good deal for us, and we've got our man. With Pukki leaving a hole in our midfield where he was kind of our playmaker, someone like Garcia should be able to fill that in perfectly. He's so technical, great passing stats, and he's only gonna get better. This also frees up Sargent a little bit. He can play striker or center forward depending on what we need. And there you have it. At the end of the season, what a wild ride this season was. Thank you for all of those that followed along through all of Season 3. I had a real great time making it and was genuinely shocked at the results here. Couldn't be happier at the end of the season though. I'll be back for a 4th. I want to keep this going. So please sound off in the comments. Let me know what you liked here, what we can improve for next season. And thanks for all of the support so far. Again, if you like this content, please be sure to subscribe and stay up to date with news here. We got Champions League next year, and hopefully things only get better. We'll do the best we can, and it should be another exciting one. So I'll be back soon with that content. Thanks again for all the support. I'm the Career Mode Expert, and I'll see you all next time.